Hey, cats. So today we're going to talk about the left-wing violence and the murder of a child that took place yesterday. All right, but you know the deal. You're going to need this. You want to hear it? Here you go.
She's steady asking me if my soul is safe. Yeah, it's in the deep freezer. It's gonna stay that way. I don't give a fuck if you're mad. You can die mad. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, cats. Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Like I said, we're going to talk about left-wing violence and the murder of Cayler Ellingson. An 18-year-old child that was taken from the world yesterday, taken from his mother. And the excuse being used was that he's in a Republican extremist group, right? I mean, we're talking about, a beanpole, maybe 150 pound, of a child here. You can see his picture, right? This kid does not look threatening in the least, man. I mean, even with a weapon, this kid would be fucking laughable. You know what I'm saying? And then, I'm not even gonna say the murderer's name, okay? And yes, he's a fucking flat out murderer, okay? And I'll show you his fucking mug, and you can see just by looking. You can't tell me that this dude was intimidated by this child. You know what I'm saying? A 41-year-old, supposed to be grown-ass man. Right? And just so we know here, committing acts of violence in the name of politics is the epitome of terrorism. Literally, like it's the literal definition of terrorism. All right, but and you're not going to hear that, of course, on the news or any other fucking legacy MSM bullshit fucking media, right? But that is the case. They're holding the guy on 50 grand bail. Okay, could you imagine if you or I went and killed somebody's kid last night, and God forbid that you don't beat yourself with fucking bedridden's cock, because you're gonna fucking be thrown under the prison. But this dude claims that this happened after, like, basically a debate or a political discussion, and so what it was is that you see a whole lot of the time these leftists have the stupidest, nonsensical arguments that you could possibly think of, and then they get pissed and infuriated and want to commit acts of violence after losing a debate, an argument, which is a pretty regular thing when everything you believe in is stupidity and fucking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a look at, they said that Trump was inciting violence, right? They said that January 6th, he incited an insurrection with no fucking weapons involved, but it was an insurrection, right? And before any fucking leftard that ever sees any of my clips wants to say, oh, well, people died on January 6th, right? One of the protesters, unarmed, killed by a police officer, and they go, no, there was a cop killed on January. No, he died from natural causes, from the effects of 2 strokes. Count them, 2 strokes. Okay? That wasn't induced by January 6th, you fucking Nimrod, you. Alright? But, anyway, we're going to compare rhetoric, all right? So this is a short clip of the Trump speech that supposedly almost brought down the most powerful country the world's ever seen. You know what I'm saying? And we'll follow it up, right? But anyway, here you go.
We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. Lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Peacefully and patriotically, okay? Roll down to the Capitol. Never one time did he say these people are enemies, we need to commit acts of violence, you need to go inside anywhere. None of that was ever said, all right? But now we'll flip the table, and we'll see some of old bedridden's most recent rhetoric here. All right, here it goes.
The Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. They promote authoritarian leaders, and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies. MAGA Republicans look at America and see carnage and darkness and despair. We here, you've heard it, more and more talk about violence as an acceptable political tool. Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans quote a clear and present danger to our democracy.
Pretty obvious there, man, right? Which one sounds more like a call to arms to you? Which one sounds more like it's trying to incite violence against your fellow countrymen? Which one sounds like it's demonizing your fellow countrymen? Right? Which one is trying to make it sound like opposing political views equals enemy combatant? You know what I mean? And the rhetoric from the left has been going up in my view, ever since Trump came down that escalator. All right? And it's been nonstop since. Okay? It wasn't Republicans that caused billions and billions of dollars in damages through, a year and a half. It wasn't Republicans that killed hundreds of people in a summer. It wasn't Republicans that injured or killed hundreds of police officers in a summer. I mean, the list just keeps going. But yet, these people will have you believe that it's the right you got to worry about. The right. Fucking hilarious, dude. You know what I mean? Regardless of political party affiliation, whatever direction you lean, I gotta tell you, the vast majority of the so-called right are the least you gotta worry about, man. We got fucking jobs, we have kids, we have bills to pay, we have responsibilities. The vast majority of the time, we can't even be out in the street to protest or show, even just to be out to support certain candidates or figures, because we gotta fucking work all the time. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pay for the left's fucking food stamps and fucking illegal immigrants and fucking so on and so on and so on, man. Section 8 housing, vouchers, childcare, fucking healthcare. You know what I mean? Who do you think pays that? You know what I'm saying? It's sure, none of it's free. And it's not the fucking loony left that fucking wants to argue over fucking bathrooms and cutting off dicks. Alright? But, getting off topic there, I mean, it goes hand in hand with what we've seen over the past 6 years, man. What right-wing, political figure or public figure, period, have you heard call for violence? Literal, call for violence. And you could see the left call for it all the time. Go on to Twitter right now and look up this story, alright? And you're gonna see the abhorrent comments. I mean, just trying to justify this, sticking up for it, saying it was a good thing, comparing it to previous events from years past. I mean, the list just keeps going. I mean, these people are fucking sick, man. I mean, that's the only thing I can say, is that if you support Democrats or lean left, you are fucking mentally ill. For real, or you're suffering from the most extreme cognitive dissonance I have ever fucking witnessed. Dude, if you support this shit at this point, you are the fucking problem, alright? I mean, we're talking about here a 41-year-old man that's supposed to have an established life, a house, a job, and he's gonna kill a child over a political discussion. All right, and use the excuse he was in an extreme fucking Republican group. You realize this dude knew this kid's mom as well, and this dude used the excuse of he was calling people to come get me. The dude called his mom to come get him. All right, this is like a proven thing already. And just imagine that your son calls you and says, "Hey, this guy is trying to get me. Will you come get me? And then before you can get there, he's dead. Holy fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine. And you know, they're holding this guy on $50,000 bond. 50 grand. I mean, it supposedly has a house. Just putting the house up is going to get the dude out. And he needs to fucking get the death sentence. He needs to be rotting under a prison, man. And not just because it's a left-right thing, because he killed a child. A fucking child, man. All right? We're talking, you know, 150 pounds, little beanpole kid, and a grown-ass man. Like, dude, if you're intimidated by that kid or fear for your health or life because of that child, you're a straight bitch, son. Fucking bitch, man. And when you get up in the fucking joint, you're going to see what a bitch you are, boy. For real. But you know the deal, man. Like, subscribe, come back for some more bullshit. And, you know, pray or hope, dance, I mean, whatever you got to do for your leftist friends and relatives, because they ain't right in the motherfucking head, man. All right? Smell you later.
I was going to put him...
Idiots.